Hi, welcome to Unit 1.1 intro video. The purpose of this video is for you to use it to get started in writing your KWLQ for Unit 1.1. And Unit 1.1 is Earth Systems, Formation and Composition of the Earth. So you're going to watch this video first, and then you're going to fill out the know and want to know column of your KWL. So let's get started. So in this course, you're going to be learning a variety of topics. And the topics are divided into three main units, shown here on the right, and those units are each divided into multiple subunits. The first unit that we are going to learn is called Earth Systems, and it's divided into several subunits, three of which are shown here. So let's talk about Earth Systems. What exactly is it? What will you learn in this unit? So here are some of the things that you will learn in this unit. First off, you will learn how the Earth was formed. You also learn some key features of planet Earth and how and why the Earth has changed in the past and present. Then you're going to use this knowledge to answer the essential question, what will the planet look like in 2 million years? So for this entire unit, you're covering three main things: the formation of the Earth, key features of planet Earth, and changes in planet Earth. And all of that will help you to answer this question, which no one really can certainly answer. What will the planet look like in 2 million years? We can only predict, right? So you're going to use the knowledge to make that prediction. Now, this first unit is going to begin with the formation and composition of the Earth. So that's the first thing we're going to start with here. This is our first subunit. So let's talk about what we mean by formation and composition. Let's begin with the word formation. Formation means to create or to make. So when we're talking about the formation of the Earth, we're talking about how the Earth was created or made. Composition refers to what something is made of, what something is composed of. So when we say composition of the Earth, we're talking about what the Earth is made of. So in this unit, we're going to learn two main things: how the Earth was formed and what the Earth is made of, and also its structure as well. All right, so now that you know what we're going to cover in Unit 1.1, now it's going to be time for your KWLQ. So let's take a look at that document. You will find the KWLQ document in Schoology. And the KWLQ stands for know, want to know, learn, and question. So the way that this works, if you've not seen a KWL or a similar chart before, what you're going to capture in the first column is something that you already know about the unit or the topics before you get started, something that you want to know before you get started, so a question or a wandering you have, and then finally learn what you have learned after you cover the topics in the unit. And then lastly, sometimes at the end, even though we've learned new things, we still may have questions or wanderings. So we will capture that in the question part at the end. So that's what the Q stands for in the KWLQ. So K is for know, W is for want to know, L is for learn, and Q is for question. So as I said, you're going to find this document in Schoology, and what you're going to do is you are going to fill out the know and want to know. What do you know about the topics that will be covered in Unit 1.1, the formation and composition of the Earth? What do you want to know about the formation and composition of the Earth? And to help you with that, you might want to think about these questions. How was the Earth formed? How or why the Earth has changed in the past? And what will the Earth look like in 2 million years? So these are some of the questions that are sort of generated from the topics that you're going to be learning in this unit. And also the last one is our essential question. So if you think about these questions, they can help you to either spark ideas about what you know, or they can help you to spark further questions or wanderings. Now, the second thing that you can use in addition to these sort of guiding questions are some vocabulary words that we're going to be covering. So here are the vocabulary words: formation, composition, gravity, density, molten, lava, solar system, planet, asteroids, stars, sun, moon. And at the bottom there, that may be covered by that little bar, are the words orbits or revolves. So if you know what these words are, the definitions of these words, or you can describe these terms, then you can put that in the no. But if you don't know what they are, or you have questions about them, then you're wondering how are these terms related to what you'll be learning, you can put that in the want to know. Now, before we go forward, I just want to let you know that you cannot copy these questions down. So remember, these questions are just sort of to guide you into helping you fill out the KW columns, but you're not going to copy these down. So what you can, as I said before, you can use them to help you think about different questions or spark some wanderings. Okay, now let's go into the expectations for the KWL. So like how much do you have to write, etc. So you must include a total of 5 sentences in the K and W sections of your KWLQ. So I'm essentially looking for 5 things. Now, all 5 can go in the no, all 5 can go in the want to know, or you can mix it up. 3 things in the no and 2 in the want to know. The other thing is you must be specific. So what do I mean by that? We're going to look at some examples as I go through some of the key points when I say specific. And the examples will give you an example of something that's a nice job and something that needs some work. So let's start with the first thing when I say be specific. If you know the definition of a vocabulary word, define it. Don't just write the word down. So you actually have to define it. For example, let's say you know what a moon is. You would write the definition as a moon is something that orbits a planet. So you're not just telling me that you know what a moon is, you're actually giving me the definition. You're showing me that you know it. If you write down moon, that needs some work. You're not going to get credit for that. If you want to know, so let's say, for example, if you know what something is, you don't necessarily know the definition, but you know what it is, you can describe it. So an example of that would be, I know the moon orbits around the earth, right? So you're telling me that you know something about the moon. Writing something like I know the moon doesn't really help. It's not really specific. Because there's other things you can know about the moon. Besides that it orbits around the earth, you could perhaps know that it's made of rock. And finally, make sure what you want to know or are wondering is clear. So an example of that would be if you wrote something like, I wonder what the difference is between a moon and a planet, right? That's clear to me that you are wondering that specific thing. You're comparing them and you're trying to figure out what's the difference. But if you write something like moon question mark, planet question mark, that's not clear. I'm not going to understand what you mean. So your example should look something like this. Now, one thing I will say, once again, you cannot use the examples here, but you can use the definitions that are in this presentation, the definition for formation and composition. Either that was something you knew or something that you want to know more about. You can go ahead and add that to your KW column. And of course, you can use your own knowledge and any other questions that you generate on your own. Okay, so now that we've gone over those key things, make sure you open your KWLQ document in Schoology and fill out your know and want to know column. Once again, remember I'm going to look for a total of 5 things written in complete sentences under the know and want to know. And again, you can split them up, 5 in the know, 5 in the want to know, or mix them up if you want. All right, that's it, folks. Have a quality day.